Okay. So, yeah, I mean, Parasite is still on the table, so we'll see. He had a huge impact last game, but now BMG's got Wild Soul, so maybe not the option for them. Maybe they're kind of just hoping that the Fresh Air doesn't take it up.
Yeah. Um, the Wild Soul pick is kind of interesting to me though, because I haven't really seen BMG playing it that much, and I always get the feeling that Wild Soul can be easily countered if you just send some people aggressive. I mean, they tried it last game, but it didn't work then because they had a Lutz and semi-support.
So you think if you shut him down early, that's the key to beating a Wild Soul? Just don't let him get out of hand?
Yeah, just block his camps, and then he can't get ridiculous farm. And without 500 plus GPM, I feel like Wild Soul is just not that useful.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I feel that a Dark Lady with 500 GPM is going to be worth more than a Wild Soul with 500 GPM, for example.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. Dark Lady, though, is unique in the sense that, I mean, her skill set lends to late game. I mean, just the charging strikes alone with a Rune Cleaver, it's
Yeah.
like you can't really compare any other hero to that. Maybe Mage Bane lately with a Rune Cleaver seems like he's had that
Success.
that strength, but definitely not Wild Soul. More of like
I
a
hear,
single
yeah.
target pushing monster, and he's extremely hard to kill.
I really wish people would pick up Chronos more often though, because when when the people have been playing recently, they've always been about like, okay, let's get the team fight going now, with the counter initiation with the behemoth, everybody's thinking about that, or it's about ganking. And I honestly think Chronos excels at both those things. And although he doesn't have the best farming ability, he does have a leap to escape with, and I mean his rewind is so ridiculous. 1 in 4 damage done to him is just going to be, gotten rid of any instance of damage. So imagine that's the Morax's ultimate or the Luna power throw. Those are big things to get rid of. Or if you're playing against the Behemoth, the Shockwave, even though that goes in
It's true.
instances.
And what
So
role would you like to see him played as?
as carry,
As a carry. Okay.
yeah, but you'd still pick up a Resto Stone because I was talking with Breaky about it. How Resto Stone does not give bad stats at all. It gives you 42 damage and then a lot of regen to be able to just use your spells, freely with. So if you get it first item, you already have that 10-second ultimate with the Chronos.
It's true. I heard I was actually watching when you said that, and yeah, it does give you it gives you good stats and why not? Chronosphere is an incredible spell, both offensively and defensively. Yeah, I can get behind that, especially if you're a hard carry. Eventually you're gonna have find enough gold, so it's
Yeah,
just that utility.
and with the change of Curse of Ages, Geometer's illusions can stun. So if you get a Geometer's on Chronos, you can effectively lock someone down for, I don't know, 14 seconds. And honestly, if 14 seconds is not enough to kill somebody, come on. There's something wrong there then.
Wow. And did they take the Chronos stun back to a percent based or
Yeah, they made it like the Legionnaire where you start off with a certain percentage. So the first
so you can
percentage
get
is,
RNGesus on your side,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
And I mean, the charges are reset to 0 after 7 seconds. So it's the kind of get Kronos back into the carry role, which he was originally supposed to be in, instead of the offlane role or the suicide role, where he was popularly put because he was just so difficult to deal
Yeah.
with.
It's true because Kronos was always one of the hardest carries back in the day, even in the predecessor to Han. I mean, he
Yeah.
was like the go-to. Uh-oh, don't let this guy get farmed. Don't take it late versus him, or you're going to lose. So definitely that change, I can see how that could make an impact on it, and we'll see. We'll see if he. I mean, technically, they still have an opportunity to pick him.
Yeah, and I think it's fantastic this game as well. I mean, Moraxis needs to be in people's faces, Wild Soul needs to be in people's faces. Why not? And I mean, it gives a perfect setup for Behemoth and Tempest as well. It's
I
just,
don't
yeah.
know. There's
I
the show in the Gladiator, and he's a strong hero, and he synergizes very well with this team. But there's almost a downside when you pick this dream team like this. it screams, we want you to group up. And it's so obvious that, like, it's almost like always going to be on BMG's mind. Okay, let's just avoid team fights. Or when we're in a team fight, let's stay split up. You know what I mean? When it's just a behemoth, sometimes you forget, you get grouped up, they land that massive shockwave. When you have a team like this, it's so obvious. And they don't have to land those huge combos, but I just think that sometimes you go too much with the AoE. I mean, this is 4 massive AoE ultis right here.
Yeah.
What's next? Flux? Like, I mean...
Well, now they need a carry. Why not Chronos? More AoE.
Well, I mean, you don't think Gladiator can carry?
I don't like it because it's gonna end up relying on rift charts and like on the perfect timing for it to be the cleave and everything. And honestly, I think Gladiator is just so good middle right now.
Well, they grab Swiftblade, so they're all set in terms of late game and early game. They have great initiation. I really liking BMG's complete draft right now. They don't have a ton of ways to stop a Tempest ult. Maybe a trip or rocket, but that's not reliable by any means.
Well, I mean, it works. Swiftblade is also a good one, and a Luna can work really well as well if it bounces to everyone because of that.
It's
That's
true.
going to be the greatest thing.
Silhouette.
And they go for the silhouette. Like, I like this because it gives a bit of an active hero and, you know, some pushing, some more push.
Yeah.
So after a good fight, they can take those towers and stuff. But the rest of the team is so reliant on getting those ultimates that it might not work out. I mean, Wild Soul and Swiftblade are heroes that can just keep farming. You know, Wild Soul is just going to be tanky. He might be able to take a couple of towers as well. Swiftblade is pretty good versus magic everything, like versus the Gladiator, as well as the Tempest, as well as the Behemoth.
Yep. I'd say the only difference this time, is you have a good defense on the Hellborn team. They're going to be able to prevent any kind of early pushing, and the game is definitely going to be longer just based on the heroes that were picked. I mean,
or way shorter if Legion manages to beat them before Behemoth even gets a PK or anything.
Maybe. I mean, I guess Wild Soul has some push potential. I mean, maybe. I guess I don't know. I feel like this is just the way the draft looks. I feel like this is going to be a longer game.
Yeah, it feels like it. But I mean, even last game looked like it was going to be a longer game with the scout and the silhouette and everything. But
silhouette. Oh, they're just going to get the ward and get out of here. I mean, you have 2 stuns, and dang, I would like to see a little bloodlust action there. They're going to scout out Tempest with the bear.
Yeah. They're just trying to pull, I think. Are they really trying something, though? I have never seen Teltuk play Wild Soul. Like, ever.
Yeah? Oh, I mean, is he that complex of a hero? Do you think
The micro is
gonna...
pretty difficult because you're controlling 2 heroes effectively, unlike in Ophelia where your creeps don't matter as much as a boo-boo, but if your boo-boo dies, your boo-boo is just, yeah.
Sure, I mean, we'll see here. They're going to get the Ice Imprisonment off. They're going to put a lot of damage in, but there's no way they're actually going to kill that bear.
Never. But Swiftblade, what is Swiftblade doing? He's going to take over the pole.
Okay.
And Luna is hiding in top.
Dang, he's taking that for a ride.
So, I think that's great.
Yep. And the wave is...
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to get experience for that. Oh, she's actually going to come out.
And power throw.
So in the middle lane, we have Glacius, Gladiator going on to Miraxis already. They're going to put the Ice Imprisonment. He throws out the Quake Stun. He takes a little bit of damage, but I think that was actually necessary. Or he could definitely fallen out there already.
I mean, if he didn't have the Ice Imprisonment, then, I mean, the Quake Stun, then he would have taken a lot more damage. And having only 3 Blights would have just affected his regen so much that it would have not been worth it to get any other ability.
Definitely.
Bottom lane, Balthazar versus Behemoth.
Yep. And this is going to be definitely difficult for Behemoth. I'm surprised he's even being able to stand where he is. Miraxis dropping incredibly low here. Gladiator has mana for a Pitfall. I mean,
He just used the pitfall to get him that low, though.
yep, he's got it again though. I
Just
don't
use
know.
your whip to harass him more. There we go. One pitfall. If he fakes him out right now, I can just imagine him trying.
I know. I would do it. What else are you gonna do?
I mean, it's not going to be enough now, and wow, he actually hits it. And the health pot was sent in, but now the health pot is on cooldown. And top lane though is the 2v2, Swiftblade Glacius. I mean, Swiftblade Luna versus Glacius Silhouette. I honestly think that if Glacius manages to position himself well enough this entire laning phase, then that the Hellborn is going to win this, because they just have the harassing power and so much burst if Silhouette can manage to get the stun on the Aluna. Like, that's why I think Aluna is also leaving right now. Or he's just going for the rune. Is he going to come back? They want to help out Meraxis a bit, it looks like.
Sorry, there. I was fixing the audio. I guess they were coming through a little quiet. It's always tricky. Not used to casting with the co-caster, but
Bottom
should be
lane.
louder now. All right.
Behemoth blocking off Chipper.
I
Look
can't
at
believe
this.
he's manning up on the Chipper like this. Like, I did not expect this. Like, if you got to go Behemoth against Chipper, you're like, God damn, F my life.
Well,
But,
come on. Behemoth Chipper. What was it? Moon Meander versus Trough?
What was this, like some mid matchup? I didn't see.
It was that famous 1v1.
I think, I mean, in a 1 vs 1 matchup, eventually a Behemoth can easily come through on that. Especially with the buffs now. I mean, there's really no contest. But in a laning matchup, in the Suicide, Chipper should be able to pull through here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think Chipper would do fantastic as well, but he's definitely having a hard time.
Yeah.
Well, harder than he should. He is 300 GPM though, and Behemoth is down at 150. So in the end, you do see that Chipper is winning
Okay,
this in last
yeah.
sets.
Focusing on what's important, and that can hurt you sometimes. If you're just going for that aggressive hero kill and it never pays off, then you look at the stats, yep. You've got nothing to show for it after 3 minutes of strong harassment. Yeah. So top lane here is just kind of really passive. It's just, yeah.
It's what I was saying though. Like, Silhouette is such a difficult hero to take down with the Swiftblade because of the tree grapple, and he's got such good harassing and like killing abilities with the Relentless Salvo stacking up constantly. Look at Wild Soul though. He's up at 350 gold per minute now. He's farming the pull to his heart's delight, and he's gonna farm the double stack hard camp as well. Oh, Gladiator's gonna get the illusion rune though. He was going for the rune. Here we go.
There's a bloodlust up top. Yeah, and I completely missed it, but yeah, Luna's running now. They might be trying to get a little bit of a counter kill here.
Yeah,
Just
I
gonna
think
hide
they're
into
gonna
the
get
woods.
it.
And a nice little juke there. Fusen's got the ward, so he can actually kind of see where they're at, but yeah, that just doesn't pay off in the end. It's
It was a nice idea,
one.
though.
Yeah, it was a nice try in it, and yeah, you buy time for your team. I mean, Swiftblade was just farming that whole time. Silhouette's chasing the guy in the jungle, so.
Yeah, it is a kill for Silhouette, but this is what I was saying though. If Glacius doesn't position himself well, then of course he's gonna die. But you know, Silhouette is never really in any threat of dying. And bottom lane, Chipper level 6.
Chipper is level 6, and that's a dead Behemoth. But I mean, Behemoth doesn't even have boots yet, so I'm not too surprised at that. Do you think? I mean, Behemoth can leave the lane really at this point if he has to. Maybe get the boots or Striders first.
I mean, he's got Striders. I don't know.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah, he's had it for a while. I don't know where they went or anything, but people have been saying that you need to boost my microphone.
I did about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Yeah.
Okay, and the overlay as well.
Oh wow, the overlay. That's bad. Dang.
And mid lane, Aluna is moving over.
Yep,
Gladiator.
this power throw onto Gladiator. Then the pitfall is going to connect.
Nice
Will his ultimate
ulti.
actually save him? And Gladiator's actually going to get away with it.
Yeah, that was really close. And bottom down again. Wild Soul actually getting credit for the kill now, and this is where the issue of Wild Soul arises. And I was saying, you know, they need to address the Wild Soul in some manner, because look at his GPM already. 470 gold per minute. 6 minutes in. And that's ridiculous. And Wild Soul as well, like the Abyssal build was made famous, I think, by Zlap, and it's just been such a genius pickup. His lifesteal is absolutely insane, and now they're able to push towers so quickly as well.
Yeah, they just melt that bottom tower here. Do they keep going here? I mean, they have a Luna ready. I mean, this is definitely the lead that BMG wanted to take, and yeah, this is, yeah, the Glacius is gonna die up top.
Ultimate.
Yeah, Tempest ultimate onto Swiftblade here. And they get the counter kill again, but at the same time, it's yeah, bottom lane's being pushed. I don't think that they're too concerned with Swiftblade dying up there at the cost of a Tempest ultimate. So
yeah, and they're okay. Balthazar's gonna last it. I thought they were gonna leave it to Legion, but are they gonna keep going? I mean, they can.
I mean,
unless Behemoth is there now with the shockwave.
The Tempest ultimate's down. Behemoth does have a shockwave, but he barely has mana for it.
Where's the team?
He blocks them in, but, well, I mean, all there is a level 2 Glacius. There's a port coming in now, and Wild Soul's going to have to run for his life. Maybe try to buy a teleport and get out of there. That'd be a miracle if he somehow does.
If he gets out, I think he might be...
He just doesn't have mana. Yeah.
Yeah. Is he going to buy a mana pot? No.
Yeah, it's
but at least he's buying time.
Yeah. He did buy time, and they did a little bit of damage to the tower. That was just a little bit of greediness and a perfect Fissure by Behemoth.
Yeah, I'm just surprised Silhouette or Gladiator didn't port, because that was 2 free kills, and Balthazar now got away unscathed.
It's true. Chipper had already burned his ultimate on the creep wave, and yeah, that would have been 2 free kills. They got 1 though, and I mean, what is going right for Fresh at this point? I mean, Silhouette's 340 GPM, which you could say is decent, but compared to the inflated, because of the tower kills, the tower kills inflated their GPM so much at 8 minutes in. I don't know. I mean, they should keep this pressure up, because Behemoth will have his portal key eventually, and that's going to be a lot harder.
But here we go. Now the push in mid, and Behemoth just walking.
I'm so excited. But a double pitfall is gonna land. They're gonna follow up. Behemoth gets the Fissure and the Gladiator ultimate. Luna's gonna drop here, but not much damage coming out other than those spells. Yeah, Miraxis is gonna turn it around, take out Glacius and Tempest by himself, and the Behemoth fall in the background. Was that too?
And Gladiator's gonna go down
Chippers.
as
well. Yep. Gladiator. It's 4 versus 1. Gladiator cannot escape. He's gonna get the pitfall off. Doesn't connect.
I mean, if that had hit Wild Soul, then it would have been kill on Wild Soul, but this is just out of control, and the Abyssal is making so much sense right now. I mean, the Chipper pick, the Swiftblade pick was just to be annoying to the Silhouette in lane, and that worked. And then, I mean, the Chipper pick for aggression, and he had such a good time versus Behemoth as well. Like, Behemoth does have his PK and 700 gold, but is it too late by then? This is what I was saying during the picking phase, remember?
Well, I don't think normally 10 minutes is too late to get a portal key, but the fact that Wild Soul is getting out of control, and so is Swiftblade, and so is everybody on this Legion side team, that maybe now it is too late to make a difference.
And then the one tower that the Hellborn have was denied by Maka.
Denied. It was, and again, this is kind of when you pick a passive jungler like Tempest, if you lose every other lane too, he's not really the hero to go and help. Maybe he comes through with an ultimate when he hits level 6 and you get a kill, but he can't be that supporting presence if your team is struggling in the lanes.
I almost hope that he would forgo the mana ring and just go straight for an Astrolabe so that they could actually
up top
take those
here
early fights.
In the middle of no man's land, stalking Behemoth.
Is he gonna go for it?
I think he is.
No, yes, maybe.
If his Striders didn't get shut off, maybe. He couldn't really get close enough to get the tower toss.
Okay, he's gonna go for it now. Behemoth is gonna go up and farm this.
Maybe wait for Behemoth to use a Fissure on a creep wave. Oh, he's going for it. He connects with one rocket. Even still, though,
the damage was insane. But yeah, had he hit all rockets, that's a dead Behemoth.
I think ideally you want to get your saw blades down before your rockets, anyways, so that you can stun him in the saw blades for optimal damage. But I guess he was just Going for the max. Okay, Tempest going to ult on a Swiftblade here. Gets the Blade Frenzy off, but it is not enough to save him. He's going to fall down. And Silhouette's working towards that first item, Nullstone. I mean, again, the item makes sense because she needs mana and health regen to be able to farm, but not much utility in this game anyways. Just the Swiftblade ult, really. Maybe a Luna stun, but...
Yeah, I mean, the Nullstone is just really there for the split push ability, that you're able to just be there safely, you know, not get cancelled by anything. But what you're saying about Aluna being the only stun, and I guess Swiftblade ultimate, yeah, well...
It almost makes me want to just say, maybe just get the Sustainer and don't spend the other 2,500 gold on completing the recipe, because it's not going to do much for you, but I know it's the standard, so...
Yeah. But anyways, it's just... The Sustainer is... It's such a bad item by itself. Like, you get the Sustainer to build it up to a Nullstone.
It's cheap, though.
Itself,
10 damage, 5 health, and 125% mana regen. I don't know, it's cheap.
It's decent, but the Nullstone is really, I think, what you do it for in the end.
Yeah.
But,
well, here comes an attempt at something. Behemoth comes in with the Shockwave onto Swiftblade and Wild Soul. They need more damage, though. Silhouette's pumping in the auto attacks, but yeah, there's not enough to even finish off a single hero. Luna's going to turn it here. Gladiator's going to get a Pitfall ultimate off, and it's beautiful. But there's just a lack of follow-up damage. Even with perfect initiations, they can't kill a single arrow because the farm is too much.
Yep. And I wouldn't even be surprised, to be honest. Oh, the Pitfall is not going to hit, but I'm kind of surprised that no one on the Legion side has picked up an Astrolabe so that they can just keep this momentum going. You know, just go for the all-in push right now. There's nothing that the Hellborn has, because Tempest ulting on cooldown, Behemoth ulting on cooldown now. Like, there's not much they can do. And of course there's a chance that the Hellborn is going to get that perfect combo off, but the Astrolabe is going to do so much.
It's true. They don't have enough damage right now. Now is the perfect time to push before Silhouette gets any damage items. I have to agree with you there. And really, I think ultimately, though, maybe BMG is just playing it safe because they know they're winning right now. They're feeling comfortable. They don't want to make a mistake. Yeah.
But you have to consider Tempest as another carry, to be honest. A carry who has lockdown for 4 seconds in a giant AoE. Yeah, so... Or at least that's how teams should consider Tempest, because it brings so much to the late game.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he can completely change a game, even if he... I've seen the strategy where he suicides on purpose and knows that he has a buyback so that he can buy back and turn the fight completely and pull off huge plays like that. He is a game-changing hero, that's for sure.
He has the portal key now as well, and it's going to be tricky.
I mean,
are we going to see some 5-man ultimates today? Maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think the Legion's going to fall for it. It's too blatant. They know if they group up, that's GG. That's it. I mean, though Gladiator has caught about 3 people in the Pitfall ulti combo, yeah, I mean.
And that might just be enough to change it.
He's been on point, so maybe he can somehow pull it off. Here comes initiation, but Tempest, yeah, he's going to catch Wild Soul, and the rest of the team's joining in. Do they have enough damage to get the job done? The follow-up initiation by Chipper in the background, putting in the damage. Yeah, the Shockwave does come off. They get the kill, but at what cost? I mean, they're going to lose 2 people for the Wild Soul. Chipper's going toe-to-toe with Silhouette, yeah, but here comes Miraxis, acting that Matrax and the Quake Stun. They're going to kill off the Illusion first, so Silhouette has no chance of escape here. Ooh, she does get the Tree Grapple off, and Behemoth's coming to save the day. Here comes a energized Swiftblade, yeah. The Pitfall does buy time, but Swiftblade gets the Swift Slashes off.
And now Behemoth is dead as well. The axes are chasing him. Unless you get some mega sidesteps.
Big sidesteps and 5 mana. Yeah, there goes the end of it. The Quake Stun with the rocket. Oh, doesn't connect. Nice little sidestep.
Oh, he tried to drop the PK, but he didn't wait long enough to pick it up again.
That is increasingly dangerous on a game. Well, maybe not at this point in the game, but I was watching Honcast the other day, and I think it was Boxy dropped his PK in top lane, and then he had to buy back to save the game, but his portal key was all the way in the top lane. And you can't use your courier anymore. There's no courier to grab your PK. So, I mean, yeah, it definitely was like one of those oh crap moments.
Well, I mean, my team was playing against Sync on Tuesday, and I was playing Riptide in that game, and who was it? I think Masera, playing Ravenor, decided to drop his PK. Oh, okay.
It's okay. I saw it.
He
Yeah.
decided to drop his PK in the bottom rack, at the bottom racks. And then he like, I don't know why he dropped it, he just did, and then he died to tower damage, and his PK was in base.
And just stuck there, right? Not easily.
Yeah.
It's not easy to get back.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna push here, and here's Behemoth Fisher. All the major ultimates are on cooldown.
15 more seconds for Behemoth Ultimate.
Yeah.
But he needs level 11 because he's simply
Exactly.
not doing enough damage right now.
Behemoth Ultimate level 1 is nothing more than an AoE stun at this point. Against this
Well,
team.
I mean, it does a lot of damage still, but
I mean,
not nearly as much as
not
level 11.
Serial killer.
Yeah. But
he used it.
Aluna has 2k gold. I'm thinking
Just
that's
used
the-
it mid lane. Swiftly's gonna come in here, and the spin damage on Behemoth is just insane. They dodge the pitfall, and Wild Soul in the background's pecking off Gladiator. They're putting the auto attacks. Glacier's trying to put the downpour, but you can see this. It's an all magic damage team at this point, and just a couple of vestments is preventing any kind of serious kill potential from Hellborn's side.
And Chipper as well with the focus buffer, of
Yep.
course.
Yep, it's not helping. I mean, it's not hurting him. Fusen just bought a portal key.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other item I was thinking of. I really would prefer an Astrolabe just so that they can end the game right now, but it looks like they're doing that regardless.
They're gonna push it here, and this might be the series. I mean,
Yeah.
he's already used the ultimate. He can't be that magical saving grace right now. He isn't even able to get a Fisher because every player on this team has a portal key. At least it feels that way. I guess it's only Maraxis.
Yeah.
Where'd they all go?
Wild Soul runs fast enough.
They all just
Let's just say
disappeared.
that.
I mean, Silhouette's coming back. She's up to 400 GPM. They didn't lose a base tower though. They might as well have at this point because that's gonna fall eventually. But
Quickly, I
do you
think.
see
Not
any
eventually.
chance? I mean, if there's a team that could delay the game, it has to be Behemoth, Tempest. It has to be this team. If any team can hold
They-
on for dear
They
life,
just lack damage.
this is the
that-
draft. Yeah.
Yeah, they just lack damage right now because Silhouette is not the greatest hero to really go into fights and deal a lot of damage to a lot of heroes. To a single target, sure, but to, yeah, 5 targets, no. And, I mean, Kronos would not have been much better at all. Kronos would have been worse than a Silhouette in terms of damage, but,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Behemoth. Oh, you poor person.
I mean, now it becomes so easy for Balthazar to just ulti first and then,
He
and
doesn't
then
even have a portal key. He's jumping in with Veiled Rods. I mean, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
the ulti just does so much slow that you're able to hit the rockets and
That's
card
right.
break immediately. But here we go. Legion team pushing in every single outer tower right now,
They
and
popped 2 Veiled Rods here in mid too, so they're looking to get a genocide and end the game here. They're gonna push bottom.
oh, Glacius, is he gonna be found?
He will. He definitely will be found here.
But the Hellborn team wants to do something else. They want to go for
they wanna go
the Swiftblade.
Swiftblade. Tempest goes in. Here comes the split. Glacius all by himself here. Silhouette does not have her illusion up, so she's gonna have to port in here. Maraxis looking for him, doesn't find him. The Rockets don't spot him out either, but that Ward of Revelation will. They're gonna
And
drop
also-
down. Yep. Here comes the Chipper ultimate. Slice slow onto Silhouette.
And
she
here's
can't get
Watson.
out.
It's like, oh, I'm finally out, and then there's a bear, a double bear in your face. And they're just gonna go for bottom lane because it doesn't matter. And what a shockwave!
Shockwave
And the
again.
pitfall! Is it gonna be enough though?
Damage. Now they're getting a little bit of damage coming out of the Wild, so with that
The lifesteal.
lifesteal, cannot go down. He just gets a little bit of health boost there too, but eventually he's gonna fall down. So they kind of prevent the push a little bit. They're still gonna keep going.
But here comes Tart,
Yeah.
the Chipper.
Chipper is gonna sidestep that pitfall. Good game sense there. Luna's putting in the auto attacks. Luna with that.
And the PK.
just to get in range, maybe at the body block if he had to. Hellborn successfully defends their base, which I think is the most important thing there. Yeah, I mean, how did that go so wrong? Was it just the shockwave was clutch, or?
Yeah, the shockwave was fantastic, and as you were saying, like they do have the AoE, and I mean I wouldn't call it that it went so wrong. It was just they were overextending and they had already used all their abilities.
True that. I'm surprised at that point. Maybe after that exchange bottom, maybe just go for Kongor. I guess in hindsight, that's easy to say now, but they're still up 24 to 9, 15k gold, 16k experience, and even though they failed to push, I mean it was kind of an evenish team fight. They traded like 4 for 3. Any buybacks used? No.
No,
Okay. I mean we're kind of right back where we were a couple minutes ago now.
I
Chipper
mean,
stalking Tempest in the jungle here.
and I mean Balthazar's doing so much work. I mean,
It's,
champion of Newer.
Yep. I didn't even realize that. 9-0 at this point.
Yeah, but actually, here comes the silhouette. He is doing a lot of damage, but here comes the Fisher.
Oh, that
What a
perfect
block as well.
Fisher. And Chipper, he doesn't even have a focus buffer on himself. I guess it wouldn't have helped there, maybe.
Yeah, doesn't do too much. But in the meantime, here comes the mid push.
They're just going for it here. Behemoth Shockwave will be up. Tempest will be up in 20 seconds. Yeah, that really is unfortunate that Balthazar got caught out there, because after picking off Tempest, that was the perfect window for them to take the push mid, or at least put a dent into the tower there.
Yep. And, well, I mean, they're trying their best to delay it, but it really seems inevitable. Like, there's a Void Talisman now on Behemoth, which I think is a great item versus the Wild Soul and the Swift Blade, but at this point, Chipper can one-shot Behemoth as well. Well, since, like, the entire game, since level 6, actually.
Yeah, and Chipper's going to grab the portal key now, so just that extra mobility, initiation, and escape. It definitely needs that. So post station in the mid, and are they going to just 5-man push it here again? I mean, have they not learned their lesson, though? I don't know.
I mean,
Hellborn team's
what
finally
lesson
got
have they
enough
learned?
damage. Well, I mean, Hellborn actually has enough damage to kill people now. But
Oh,
Glacius walks
Glacius.
right into a death trap. He activates that Void Talisman. Oh no, he just turned green for some reason. Looked like a Void Talisman. Behemoth does have a Void Talisman. For Wild Soul, I guess it's really the only person that you would use it for. Maybe Swift Ulti. I don't know. I don't like the item on this matchup.
The Void Talisman. You mean?
That's what I said, right? Void Talisman.
Yeah, but it's good versus the Wild Soul as well. If Wild Soul is targeting him down, it allows him to get away.
True, maybe you get one extra Fisher off. Well, they're definitely gonna. I mean, they're ready to defend here. I don't know if they're gonna commit. Meraxis is kind of standing in the middle. Yeah, this is the same.
And now they know. Now they know that they can just go for it. Oh, Aluna initiating actually.
Wow, she gets the stun off. Here comes the Meraxis follow up on a Gladiator. If they can burst him down first, this is gonna be huge. But the tablet coming out from himself to save himself. Big save there, but the damage is gonna go into the barracks nevertheless.
And Maka is the one with the token on Swiftblade, so he's just really attacked.
Yeah,
Oh, the Shockwave.
The Shockwave doesn't connect though. He doesn't get any real damage off, and now Behemoth's gonna fall back. This is not really good.
Here's
Here comes the
Tempest
Tempest ultimate onto 3 heroes. Merax is out in the background, but Olivia with the PK stun to stop it. That's what we were talking about. Initiation coming out by Meraxis, activating that Matrix, putting out huge damage. Nobody's dying on the Legion side. It's perfect synergy and teamwork here. Gladiator's really hard to kill, but ultimately 5 vs 1. GG's.
There we go. That was quite the quick series, actually. It's
Wow, it
took
was.
45 minutes. I mean, 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1 hour and 15 minutes. Jesus.
I definitely thought that Hellborn team would be able to hold out a little bit better, but Legion team with the right picks, playing it up and putting the pressure on exactly when it needed to be, they came through with a 2-0 sweep here.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, really just well thought out drafts from the Legion team. I mean, from BMG. And in the first game, it was just kind of weird from Mint to go such like a scout hard carry with a puppet master, kind of going semi carry with a tablet, and then a lodestone summer support. It it's not something we see every day, and I think there's a reason for it, you know?
in conventional drafts. Yeah, I mean, I that what do you think that reason is? I mean, are they just trying to mix it up, or are they trying to get change, see what different heroes work, or
I mean, I like the idea behind semi-carrying Puppet Master, but then not with a Scout as main carry, then with a Swiftblade as main carry, or with another
right?
semi-hard carry, similar things to that. Like Puppet Master is just so great for that because of all the lockdown, but for the rest, it feels kind of
True.
meh.
Yeah, there's and if you make a mistake early on and it gets out of control, there's no way to really recover because all your eggs are in the late game basket at that point.
Hmm.
I mean, but I guess we're gonna take a break here. It's probably gonna be a bit of a break